Today, I'm going to unbox and take a look at 18 India. This is from GMT Games and tracks with two X's there. And basically, I believe this is an 18XX game, which I have covered some of these in the past. I'll put a link to my unboxing, I think, in a quick overview of 1830, the old Avalon Hill game. But this is a little bit different. I mean, they don't have the date in the title. It's 18 in India, and I think there's a whole series that have names in them. And this was a surprise. I got this in the mail just yesterday, the day before filming this, and was not expecting it. It was from GMT. I want to thank GMT for sending this to me. I have not heard from them in a little bit, and this was a nice surprise out of the blue. So let's take a look at 18 India. If you're not familiar with 18XX games or train games in general, they have a tendency to be somewhat of a pick up and deliver. You're going to be laying track, making routes. A lot of train games have kind of a pick up and delivery type mechanism, and they're generally economic. There's usually either stocks involved or some economy dealing with the pick up and deliver. But let's look at the back here, and let's zoom in a little bit and see what it says here. At the dawn of the 19th century, the invention of the steam locomotive transformed ground transportation forever. From the purview of those looking to their pockets, few places were more enticing than India. Under the guise of providing a service to help move goods and citizens more reliably across the vast interior, many investors, with the backing and guarantee of the British government, began expanding their iron influence across the country. 18 India sets out to capture this explosion of rail in India and puts you, the player, in the shoes of the investors trying to make their fortunes by providing a much-needed transportation network, connecting commodities with ports, and providing passenger services from coast to coast. 18 India is inspired by 1829 Mainline by Francis Tresham, and while the venerable Mr. Tresham created some novel mechanics for that game, many of them are not ideal for players that eschew in-game randomness. In 18 India, those random elements are transformed into an amazing level of pre-game variability, which gives each session of the game a different character. Critically, 18 India causes players to think differently about 18XX standards, such as train management and investments. The mechanics include track gauge changes, guaranteed companies, competition for commodity contracts, shares with exclusive rights to purchase, train trade-ins, and a unique IPO display, and all track upgrades being available from the beginning of the game, making each game of 18 India a fresh and engaging game experience for veteran and new rail barons alike. So it sounds like they really did a facelift on 18 Mainline and took a kind of a different approach to some 18X standard mechanics. Game contents, which we will see in here: rulebook, map, train open market board, round marker, 239 track tiles, 3 guarantee warrants, 5 player money mats, 17 company randomization cards, 10 royal bond certificates, 11 commodity tokens, 9 commodity concession markers, 12 gauge change markers, 6 private company certificates, 18 company charters, 94 company tokens, 163 company certificates, 25 train cards, 5 turn order cards, 10 wooden cubes, and play money. Oh, I gotta love play money. Looks like it's 2 to 5 players, 2.5 to 4 hours. Complexity is 4, although I don't know. These complexities is always kind of tough to gauge, but I mean, given all these different changes over here, 4 might be, I don't know, 4 might be a little on the low end. Solitaire is low, 1. I mean, this is something that is all about player interaction. So let's go out here a little bit and see a little bit more of example of the board and your track and the like. But you don't want to see the back of the box. You want to see what's in the box. So let's get in here. 18 India. And if any of you have played this, or especially if you played this and played 18 Mainline, love to know what you think about the the changes and differences between the two. Move over here a little bit so we get a little bit of a nice thick box, typical GMT standard here. What we got here? We got a little bit of errata. Due to a manufacturing error, incorrect components were included in your copy of 18 of the components in this bag. Replace the incorrect components and should be used instead. Please follow these instructions. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of maintenance on this, but you know they caught it. They caught it before packaging, so that's nice. Here's the rules of play, and looks like that's the same back there. I wonder if that is. I wonder if this is changed from this. Looks like we got 28 pages, but you have a chart back here that maybe it's just the distribution of the track tiles. Then we have an index. We got acknowledgments. So it looks like about 25 pages, but it looks like there's still the 25th page, some notes as well. So maybe 24 pages of rules. Introduction, it's dual column, it's typical GMT format, full color with highlighted notes, and you got play notes and also historical notes here. This is going to lay out the all the components, or talk about the components. You have company types. A lot about on the company. Here's the game phases. Looks like there's 4 phases of the game. Here's setup, and here's a setup. I always like these setup maps to show you exactly kind of where everything lays out. Here's certificate distribution. So, you know, there's going to be stocks in this game, or ownership, investments, certificates. Here's your stock round. Here's operating round. So this is where you're going to be, you know, doing something for the train company, building track, upgrading track, gauge changes, and the like. Here's purchasing, selling certificates. Here's game end and winning, and etiquette. So really maybe 18 pages of rules with some setup in there. Here's the track progression table. Detailed example of play. So on page 20, you got an example of play. That's nice. Especially if you haven't played an 18XX game before, this is a nice way to lay it out. And that goes to page 24. So 4 pages of gameplay, so 18 pages of rules, and then some notes. And here's experience. 18XX players points to remember. This might be the section where it talks about some of the differences between regular 18XX and some of the changes. So it's just 1 page of that they made in 18 India. So here's the sticker placement guide here. Oh, we're going to have stickers. Cool. I wonder if that is part of the changes. I wonder if there's a new sticker thing in there. Maybe not. Anyway, we got a nice mounted board, which is what it looks like one big, we'll look at that last, but big mounted board here. Looks nice. Here are the track pieces, and good thickness here. And they are just single-sided because you just got one type of, this is going to portray the one section of track here. We got 3, 4, 5, 6 boards of track, and they're hexagons, and because it's a hex board. Put those over here. We have the train market, and this is a nice thick, a little bit. It's a fold out, so a nice thick, almost like player aid type quality material, but nice fold out here for your train market, with some reminders, and then your open market, and then some places to hold bond certificates and guarantee discards. Then we've got some bits in here. Let's see what we got here. We've got, these are the different companies. Oh, we got a whole stack. Oh, not all these are companies. let's do one of these at a time here. So this is, so you got a treasury, concessions, trains, and investments. And on the back side, maybe this is kind of the setup, maybe? I don't know. You got trains, investments, concessions, and treasury. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you can figure out which one you want, which side you want to use. Maybe they did it this way. So if you're taking up a lot of board space, you can put this off to the side like this. You know, it depends on maybe your table configuration, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's one hiding there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, unless I miscounted. So quite a few company cards there. And they're nice, thick, kind of player aid stock as well. Then we have this player money mat. This is for the individual players. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And of course, that's single-sided. So this is your money mat to keep track of your stuff on the board there. It's up to 5 players. We get play money. Golly, you would think they'd be beyond this by now. So there's play money, Monopoly money. Here's some wooden bits. And usually GMT gives you extra wooden bits. They usually give you a couple things extra just in case you lose something. Here's some little red round bits. These I think might be the player bits, maybe, because they look like they might match some of the player token colors there, possibly. And then we've got some more bits here. So you got a lot of little wooden bits in this. Quite a few little wooden bits. Let's get into some of these cards here. I'm not going to open up the play money. I think we've all seen play money before, so I don't know if you really need to see it again. But if you want to see that, then by all means, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Get a little bit close-up of it. 20 rupees. Okay. So let's get these cards open. It looks like it's going to be typical GMT quality. Good, thick. I mean, not really thick, but decent thickness. You know, I mean, they're good quality, I should say. These are 18 India, all the same back there. And these are all shares. These are the shares that go with these cards here. So there's different shares, because this is a stock investment game. Well, let's do this one, because this one has it's more of the shares. Yeah, more shares here. Yeah, so these all go with these boards here. A lot of shares there. If you want to see one up close, get 10%. So maybe there's 10 shares each. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not the math major. Get these open here. These should be like the train cards and stuff. So these are bonds. Here's a guarantee. Here's private company, Western Rail, 2 shares. Okay, there's some different stuff in here. You got, this is maybe a turn order deck here, maybe. Then we got some of these cards here. I got to read up on this game, figure out how this works. And then here's your train cards. Oh, these are nice. Oh, look at that train right there. 4 cities and all towns in between tripled. Cool. Alrighty. So let's get to the map now. I got to make some space. I imagine this is a pair of pants map. Yep, it is. I say it looks like, see a pair of pants there. Okay. Good, solid map. A little bit of a flip up, but that's not going to be a problem. Eventually we'll have a tendency to go to the natural state without too much effort. So again, hex map, you've got India, you've got cities. Looks like there might be a little bit of terrain. You've got some rivers and stuff to go over. And then we've got a lot of charts on the board. We have commodity concessions here, connections here, turn order, pass order here, share value, movement, players, starting cash. So this is kind of your starting stuff. Certificates, certificate limits. Here's your stock market. Wow, look at that. Look at those numbers there. And here's stock market here as well. Let me see what that is. So that's like, is it dividends? Interesting. You've got a round tracker right there. And then up on top here, we have initial public offering. So IPO charts up at the very top here. And then we've got some boxes here. Initial share setup, deal players' hands, initial IPO setup, bank pool setup, share selection, and certificate draft. So quite a bit of information on the board itself. Again, nice thick mounted board, but there you have it. That is what you get in a box of 18 India. I want to thank the very kind and good people at GMT for getting this out to me so I can take a look at it. Now I just need to get it to the table. I'm going to have to do some punch out first with all this stuff here. I need to do some punching and to get I gotta get my stickers here too. One of those, I guess these stickers maybe go on some of these round bits here, I would imagine. They might be more of a tracker of sort that I need to work with there. I'll put this here. So there you have it. That is what you get in a box of quite a bit, actually. And don't forget this. I gotta replace or reconfigure some stuff, but that's no biggie to deal with there. Anyway, that is what you get in a box of 18XX, 18 India. What am I talking about here? It's an 18XX game, so that's probably what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, and love to know what you think about any of this stuff. And if you're interested in this game, I'm interested in getting this to the table. And again, thank you. Well, I didn't announce it. It's Sanctuary Sunday. Sanctuary! Yes, thank you for stopping by on this Sunday, if you're watching it on a Sunday. And if you're not, well, I hope you're enjoying whatever day it is. Thank you. Take care. Thanks for watching.